We had already said, evolution has equipped us with all we need for our infinite path. Within each of us there lies the potential of a saint, of a ruler over this earth like Jesus or Buddha, of an angel or an archangel, of a sovereign over solar systems, galaxies or universes, and ultimately of a God. There is no God who was not man at one time. All gods must undergo human evolution. Let us follow this highest example. Then the meaning of your life is set off for the highest goal. Get on the way to God. Reveal what is hidden within you. Do not allow the talents entrusted to you to wither away. Gradually acquire the attributes of a God. About the destination of man on the earth. From times immemorial, this question has occupied the minds of people. All religions have noted the affirmation about the destination of man as an image of the highest force. Wherein does an image of the highest force reveal itself? Only in perfectionment of the spirit may man become the image of the highest force. The destination of man cannot be regarded as something accidental. There is a bright future ahead of us, but only when we set out for the path that enables us to unfold the divine skills we are endowed with. The question of the meaning of your life is inextricably linked to the cognition of your immortality. In the course of just one single short earthly life, you cannot unfold even approximately the gigantic potential that lies within you. The path to God drags on over countless existences in the most diverse material and non-material worlds. Only when you know that your soul takes with it, beyond death, on its further eternal path, everything it has appropriated during this incarnation, only then you may strive to those highest goals that are worth so great an effort. Whither should man strive? Whither should he direct the accumulated forces? Whither will perfectment lead? Is it possible that the manifestation of a mighty existence can simply disappear? The spirit must acknowledge that through its strivings it lives not for one life round, but for a cycle of infinity. It is too great a struggle for one life. The scope of the abilities of man is too great to be exemplified in one lifetime. On the other hand, if you consider yourself mortal and expect the annihilation of your entire existence within the near future, it would be pointless to even start this path. Why labor for something that has no possibility to develop, and thus no future, because it is irreversibly destined to complete destruction? To some of you, the goal of acquiring the attributes of a god may sound abstract and far off. However, there are also stages of development which are closer to us. Become a Raphael or a Mozart, a Platon, a Saint Francis of Assisi, a Hildegard von Bingen, or a Gandhi. Keep in mind the earthly hierarchy that culminates in the Mahatmas of the Brotherhood of Shambhala. Join in, find your place there. Use the opportunities to ascend higher and higher on this ladder. Become a disciple and then a co-worker of the Brotherhood, and finally a teacher of that what you have learned. Those who search for truth can find the significance of beingness only in the path of ascent toward hierarchy. Otherwise, life remains a vicious circle, and for millenniums the spirit will not find its liberation. Thus, the law of hierarchy is the leading principle. We had already said, the Mahatmas are desperately looking for persons who are qualified to step into their position as rulers of this earth. Only then will they be allowed to move on to those higher planets to which they actually belong in view of the level of their development. I have told you that there is a present limit to my own evolution, that I must bring you to a certain point before I could go forward. Is this not a radiant goal that can give you vitality and joy of being every day? Follow the masters of this earth. Take off their shoulders at least a small part of their gigantic burden, and one day take over their office. When Jesus will pass on to take up a higher mission, perhaps upon some other planet, its labors will fall upon the ego which comes next in development. Let us address another aspect. According to the law of evolution, your soul, on its eternal path, has developed from a stone to a plant, from a plant to an animal, and from an animal to a human being. This development is far from being completed. We are at the threshold to the next step. Nietzsche's Übermensch or Overman, the God-man of Agni Yoga, or, scientifically speaking, the immortal spiritual being of the coming sixth race. Thus, the meaning of your life is shape and strengthen your eternal individuality so that it moves on to the next step of evolution. Listen to your soul. It is like a child which has the next stage before its very eyes every day. It therefore urgently wishes to learn, to practice, and to expand its knowledge as well as its abilities in order to become an adult, a great soul. If this seems still too high-flying to you, we may say, improve your qualities as a craftsman, artist or scientist, as a student or teacher. Become a master in all professions, in your hobbies, in all areas of daily life, as a father or mother, superior or employee, as an athlete or yogi, and so on. The great cellist Pablo Casals was once asked why at the age of 90 he was still doing exercises on his instrument. He replied, "Because I can still get better." This is the right attitude. The meaning of your life is perfect yourself more and more in the middle of everyday life. As the principle of infinity applies, there are no limits to your growth. The joy of the spirit is contained only in achievement. Expand not only your skills, but also your knowledge, as well as your consciousness. Can anything replace the joy of the growth of consciousness? Become a better man by purifying yourself. That means by discarding bad qualities and acquiring good ones. Why are you living? In order to cognize and to perfect yourselves. Finally, let us consider a last aspect. Not only the individual man should develop his potential, humanity as a whole, too, must reach the next higher step of evolution. We are called upon to create not only the new man, but also the new world. Upon your incarnation, like any other human being, you are allocated a commission to contribute your part to achieving this high goal in a particular area. The fulfillment of this task, of your personal mission, is also part of the meaning of your life. Everyone who is ready to incarnate is instructed to fulfill a task for the common good, according to his individual capacity. Each one of you should ask himself every day, which stone can I contribute to the new creation today? Each one must keep in mind that he has been entrusted to serve for the progress of the world. Agni Yoga, and thus our school, offers a complete program for the growth of your eternal individuality, for the strengthening of your spiritual power, your psychic energy, and for the refinement of your inner senses. See our broadcastings, Experiment Immortality, the 10 pillars of the practice of Agni Yoga, spiritual exercises of Agni Yoga, and education.